Certainly so much can be said around a day like today, but just take us through the theme of the day, Aldrin, and what's been said.
Well, women are united in taking South Africa forward. That's the theme of this year's celebration of the 1956 march. And tell you what, the celebrations are currently still continuing here. I've been covering these events many years on an ongoing basis, but I've never seen the Union buildings packed this much. So it really does send a message that the 60th anniversary is really something that gets home for some of these people who have decided to join this, the march, as well as the march tracing back the footsteps of those women who marched through the streets of Pretoria all the way to the Union buildings. But right now I'm joined by the Deputy Chairperson of South Africa's Gender Commission, Thoko Mpumlwana. Thank you so much for joining us. We've heard the President's speech. He spoke about some of the good things that have come post-democratic South Africa. What are some of the issues, though, that the Gender Commission has seen that the country is still lacking behind? Because the President does say that we still have a long way to go.
I think we must start by celebrating what we have gained in terms of the legal framework where women are in South Africa today. I think, coming to your question, the biggest problem that we have in South Africa today is access to economy by women. Because unless women have got access to they have economic power as well, then the country actually will not progress, because the majority in this country are women. We need to give them opportunities to participate wherever they are, to have land, to have access to finance, to start businesses, and as the AU chair says, not just small businesses, to get into the bigger space of the industries, have their own industries. And so we need to all come together and say, how can we make that possible in South Africa today? And also the issue of violence against women and gender-based violence is a scourge in our country. We really need to come together to say, what can we do? And as was said here, starting from family, we need to be able to bring up young men and women who respect one another. And our Constitution says to us that everyone has got a right to be and has dignity. And so young women must be given that dignity. Women must be given those dignity. So should men, because in this country of ours, our democracy, we are protected by our Constitution.
And just quickly back on the issue that you touched on around the economy. The President spoke about that, saying that women should be given access to the economy. He made a call on corporate sectors, also made a call on banks, saying that banks should give loans to women to start their own businesses. The ANC Women's League is calling on a bank that will specifically focus on giving loans to women. Is this something that the Gender Commission would welcome?
Absolutely. Women have always been talking about the importance of access to finance and to get into the space of the economy. So if that happens, and in fact women have been calling for a fund that will ensure that women have access to finances to run their business. So if this happens, it will be a big plus for our country, being announced on the 60th anniversary of the Women's March. That's what they marched for.
And just finally, quite recently actually, the Commission found against a municipality in KZN where they had the virgin bursaries. I understand that that municipality is appealing that finding by the Commission. But what was the finding of the Commission, and why did the Commission come to that finding that you can't subject women to be tested for their virginity before giving them bursaries?
I think we are, as a Chapter 9 institution whose function is to assist communities to understand how to work within the Constitution. This particular one, what makes it even worse is that this is a municipality using state funds to discriminate. And so we want to engage with this municipality, even though we're found against them, to assist them to see how they can achieve the goal of helping young girls keep themselves safe from sexual experiences too early that will take them away from the focus of development. And so we've said we'll engage with them, but we have found against them because we think it is wrong and they must stop it.
Okay, then perfect. Thank you so much. That is Thoko Mpumlwana. She is the Deputy Chairperson of South Africa's Gender Commission, and those issues that she raised there, certainly women still have a long way to go when it comes to getting access to financing in terms of participating in the economy. We know that this has also been an issue at the JSE as well. Well, it's back to you in studio.
Aldrin, thank you very much. Our reporter Aldrin Sampear live from the Women's Day celebrations at the Union.